Welcome to the place to be reviews.
It's a beautiful morning.
So
I think I'll go outside for a while.
So
Wait a minute, man. Hey, check this out.
So
Man, tell it. It was this blind man, right?
So
He was feeling his way down the street with this stick.
So
He walked past this fish market.
So
He stopped. He took a deep breath. He said,
So
"Good morning, ladies."
It's a beautiful morning.
So
I think I'll go outside for a while.
So
And code 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need.
So
We can go to the park, tap the dog,
So
smoke that tumbleweed.
So
As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn
So
singing them dirty rap songs.
So
Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong.
So
Sell takes from here to Hong Kong.
Oh, good morning. Hang on a second here. Good morning, Fandom Menace. It is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E Tepuakuin, and the place to be reviews right here with all of yous. Sip of coffee for the working man. That's good. If you're working, more power to you. I have to go in a little bit. Shout out to the chat real quick. Daisy Divine, the Clown World Review. Hail to both of you. Let's see, what have I got for you here already this morning? We've already got some up votes and some down, one down vote on the video. I laugh. I went and looked at Fandom Menace Friday Night Live, and that's got that's already got a down vote on it for tomorrow night, and that's great. I love it. But you know what, trolls? Hey, I just
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
But I love that you take the time to come over here and hate on me. That's great. That is great. I love it. Good morning, though, folks. It is great to be here. Vassie's here. Nano Reaper. Oh, he's 44 today. Okay, so you're only 3. I'll be 41 in just over a month and a half. I'll be 41, so I'm a youthful 41. Vassie troll's gonna troll. Absolutely. I don't even care. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I've got some articles queued up we're going to talk about this morning. And one of them is about a show that I don't even care about really, which is Game of Thrones. I take my wedding ring off. My hands kind of swell up. And it annoys the shit out of me sometimes, so I got to take it off. Yeah, man. New comic book Normie. Good morning. Good morning. I'm in my blockbuster video here. Yeah, this is some of the movie collection. It's funny because there's so many movies. I don't even think I've like The Godfather. I've talked about that. I haven't opened. I've seen The Godfather, but I haven't opened it. This is one here, guys. You're gonna get a review of this. I've been talking about it. I've got to do it. I'll probably try to get it done this weekend. It'll be a good time for me to actually watch it because I bought it like a month ago and just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it. But I've been reviewing like 4 TV shows. And I know Superman and Lois, Enter the Unfamiliar, and I are going to put episode 2 and 3 together. But then they're going on like a weird hiatus already. So we'll have a break on those. And yeah, which is weird. I said they're going hiatus.
So
I had to. I'm sorry. You guys have probably had enough of that after the intro, but I can't help. Grace, I love you. I love you, Grace. I'm pouring my heart out to you right now. It's like being in elementary school again, where you pick on somebody you have a crush on. Grace, I'm picking on you. I'm just kidding. Her voice is fucking. Oh my god. It's like if you look like kudos to Grace. She's 913 subs. I mean, I'm punching up here, but no, it's her voice is just bad. Nano Reaper, I agree. He says too many breaks on TV shows. Yeah, like Prodigal Son, they were gone for like 2 weeks, came back 1 episode, and then it's like, oh, now we're on our winter break until April fucking 13th. I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I don't know. That last, like I said, the last episode was kind of not the greatest anyway. And then I hear what's his name? Michael Sheen had COVID. There was an article about it. Yeah, I think he got, but all his scenes are shot and everything. But yeah, he had, or somebody on the crew or him, I can't remember. I didn't save the article because I'm like, should I even bother? I'm like, there's like, I don't know. I wanted to, I was like, should I do a short video about it? And then it just got lost in the shuffle because I've got another Batwoman video planned for you guys this afternoon, because that's seemingly what people want to see me bitch about is Batwoman. And right now that's what I'm going to do. So I've got another Batwoman video coming up. I'm probably going to review Falcon and the Winter Soldier, at least the pilot episode, and we'll see how it goes. And what we'll probably do with Falcon and the Winter Soldier is take it and do live reviews of it on Friday nights, because even if I don't like do individual video reviews, I still plan on watching it. But yeah, we'll review it on Friday night, Phantom Menace Friday Night Live, kind of like we did with WandaVision. But with WandaVision, I was putting out individual videos as well. I don't plan on doing that for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, you're right, Tony. TV has sucked since the writer's strike. And speaking of the writer's strike, one of the shows affected by the writer's strike was one of my favorite shows of all time, probably in my top 5, and that's Lost. Now, Lost was like heavily affected by that. One of the cast members from Lost, one of the stars of the show, Josh Holloway, who played Sawyer, who is like my wife's probably next to Leonardo DiCaprio, celebrity cheat. I could yell and ask her, but I think she's on the phone or something, so I won't right now. Hail Angelus Draven, man. He was on the show last night. New Comic Book Normies in the chat, too. Hail, both of you were guests on a great episode of Going Rogue last night. If you didn't see it, go back and check the replay. I think we kept it to, I think we were right at 2 hours, weren't we? I don't even think we went 2.5. I think we were right around the 2-hour mark. Great show, though. All killer, no filler as usual. And that's one thing that I really want to convey. TV has sucked since we took too many hits from the BBC. Yeah. That's Moonlight. I don't remember Moonlight. I don't remember it. Refresh my memory, man, in the chat. Let me know. I don't remember Moonlight. But Josh Holloway is starring on a new show on HBO Max. What is it called? Duster or something like that. I don't know. I was going to get HBO Max anyway, just because the Snyder cut. But this is kind of how I used it to justify it to her. I'm like, look, I was like, it's got a show with Josh Holloway. I'm like, there you go. Just go look at him. Let me watch Snyder Cut and the fucking Batman animated series too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited about that. But so let's jump into this first article. Like I said, this is about a show. All right, that's it. I'm seeing Moonlight showing up in the chat. Vassy says it was good. We're gonna go on an adventure here. We're gonna Google Moonlight TV show. One season, 2007. It was on Oh shit! This was on CBS. I think Alex O'Loughlin, isn't he on Hawaii 5-0 now? Hey, Shannon Sossamon, she was in something else. I know. Sophia Miles. Beth Turner. I don't remember her, but I remember Shannon Sossamon. She was in a kind of a weird movie. I don't know. It was like, I can't remember the name of the movie now. It eludes me, but I do. Okay. All right. I do remember there was another show on CBS. It was like that. If I think it was CBS. No, it was ABC. Let me see here. I got to look this one up now too. Yeah. Okay. Moonlight. I do kind of remember it now, just because Alex O'Loughlin, like I said, he's in like Hawaii 5-0 or something like that. The reboot of that now, which I've never watched. At first I was like, "Ooh, new Hawaii 5." Oh, it's a reboot. I was like, oh, stop yourself. Don't get excited. It's a reboot. It's not going to be great. And I mean, I've seen like an episode or two. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But I was just, the original Hawaii 5-0. You can't beat that. Let's see. Yeah, the gates. It was a hang on, I'll share this here so you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Doobie doobie doo. Here we go. The gates. We'll go over to IMDb. Yeah, this was from 2010. Metropolitan Police chief becomes a chief of police in a gated community where there's vampires, werewolves, witches, and other supernatural entities reside. Like, so the whole Frank Grillo was the cop too. That's why I bring this up, this show. Frank Grillo, the badass who is in this boss level movie I'm about to watch, was this this cop. And here's the look at that. I mean, it had a like, she was these two were vampires. She was a witch. I can't remember who this one was. But yeah. So Rona Mitra, like I said, Marisol Nichols, Skylar Samuels, Travis Caldwell. Yeah, man, that Frank Grillo was the main character in that show, and it only lasted one season. Yeah, let's see how many episodes. I can't remember how many episodes there were. Let's see if it shows the episode list. Yeah, one. We had the pilot. What Lies Beneath, Breach, The Monster Within, Repercussions. That guy's in another show too. I think he was in Glee. I think that was the guy that was in the band teacher in Glee. Jurisdiction, Digging the Dirt. I mean, you see this. It ran through 2010. That was it. But yeah, I liked it. It was kind of, like I said, it was kind of a cool show. And like I said, Frank Grillo was just like a little bit Friends meets Twilight. Yeah, Grillo was. It did look like it it was Nano Reaper. It was. I like I said, man, I just like Frank Grillo. I was like, this guy, it's like he seemed out of place though, because he's like this completely like badass character, and he's in this weird fucking like you said, it's like Twilight meets Friends. But yeah. Oh man. All right, let's jump over this first article here. I'm done with the camera now. Get my ugly ass off screen. Let's go to here we go. I normally don't cover IndieWire articles unless I'm making fun of it, which is what I'm gonna do here. This is Zach Sharf. I swear to God, he is the only person on on IndieWire that actually writes anything. Like, there is that is it. It is just him that writes for IndieWire. So Friends meets Nano Reaper says Friends meets Twilight on a Dollar General budget. That's that's about it. Olivia Cook, House of Dragon won't have graphic violence towards women like Thrones. I don't think they'd be in their right minds to include any of that anymore, said prequel cast member Olivia Cook. So this is my question to you. Graphic violence towards women. Now, I understand that there's a difference between, violence that is meant to be part of the overall theme, the art. It has a place in the story arc, and it's not just done for shock value. Okay. If we want that, you go to movies like Hostel, which I saw the first one in the theater, and after that, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, yeah, Hostel is just, it was, I don't like torture porn. Well, at least not that kind. Anyway, no, so it wasn't a good movie. I wasn't, I'm just not a fan of that. It was like Saw. Like, if you'll look behind me, I own, it's like the first three. After that, I could take or leave them. I went to see the first 4 or 5 maybe in the theater on opening night. That was like my thing. But I kind of fell off, and Yeah, I just don't watch them anymore. They're they're gratuitous, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it anymore. There's no point to it for me. It doesn't interest me. But yeah, God, yeah, I just watched yeah, like I said, I watched the second Hostel, the first one in theater, second one came out on DVD. I watched it. I'm just like, ugh, like this is garbage tier. Like this is completely garbage tier. So let's take a look at this article. And this Zach Sharf guy is such a peckerwood. Like, holy shit. I mean, if there was an award for being just, and I don't want to say a beta. Just a little bitch. I mean, just a complete little bitch. It's just what, like I get championing a cause, like I really do, and I'm not advocating violence towards women in reality or fiction. But what I am saying is, if there's a story that takes place in a certain time period where people were just murdered indiscriminately and women were treated, not very fairly back then. They weren't. That's the thing. He is so, yeah, absolutely, Vassy, absolutely. This is the thing about storytelling, and it's a work of fiction. Okay, you don't have to to adhere to the rules of the modern world. Now, do I agree with using sexual assault as a plot device to develop a female character? Not unless it makes sense in the context of the story. I think it's a trope that's overused in a lot of movies. So that's one thing. But I think that this author or writer, Zach Sharf, is, well, we're gonna get into this, but I just, God, I just, it irks me, because it's like it detracts from the art of telling a story, or I don't know. Like I said, don't do it just to do it. But in a Game of Thrones, like everybody dies in those. I don't even fucking watch the show. I've seen maybe 4 episodes total and a bunch of clips here and there, just mostly the fight scenes, but I know they killed Sean Bean off indiscriminately, like within like the first season. So it's just, yeah. And Vassy makes an excellent point here. The reason why women are mainly used in horror violence is to trigger men's protective drive. It's supposed to make people uncomfortable. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it makes people uncomfortable, but they're uncomfortable because they feel the need to, white knight now. It's like, I'll protect you. I mean, I could go over to the closet. I have fedoras. I don't wear them, but I have a couple of them. I mean, I wore one for my wedding, but it's like, you tip I'm not one of those, my lady, tip the fedora, fucking white knight. No, no. Oh God, it kills me. It really does, that this is where we're at. We got 10 people watching right now. Make sure you smack that like button for me. And check and make sure you are still subscribed, because I dropped 4 subs over the last couple days and have kind of just stagnated. So make sure you're subscribed. And I know you guys hear this from a lot of YouTubers, but I mean, I truly mean it. YouTube does it unsubscribe me, and I'm not talking about bigger channels. Check and make sure you're still subscribed to them too, absolutely. But it unsubscribed me to a personal friend of mine whose channel is about the same size as mine, and I'm like, I wasn't getting notified for their videos, and I look, I'm like, oh shit, like why am I not like I've been subscribed, So yeah, just make sure you're subscribed. Good morning, Goober Brothers Entertainment says, good morning, my lord. Good morning, Goober. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Let's see. Nano Reaper says Sean Bean lives to the end of movie, except for Sharp's movies, but that was because he was never the main. He was the main character. He was around. Well, he was the bad guy in the new Hitcher movie. Which it's hard to replace. What was it? Was it Lance Henriksen? that was the bad guy in the original Hitcher? Or was it Rutger Hauer? Because those two were like almost interchangeable. Lance Henriksen and Rutger Hauer. How long was Bean around in, I'm trying to think, in GoldenEye? I can't remember. I haven't watched GoldenEye in a while. That is like one of my favorite Bond movies too. I feel kind of embarrassed, but it's still early in the morning. Already got that little morning glow on here. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee, so yeah, I had to take my son to school this morning, so I get him to school and I get there and there's like, the pick up and drop off zone. And I always walk him to the door. He's in kindergarten. I walk him to the door and, like give him a little hug, kiss on cheek before I let my little man go for the day. But, I work at the school anyway. So I don't have a glow on right now and I'm not going to work at the school in an hour and a half. Anyway, somebody's going to clip that. So I'm there and there's like no parking signs marking off, because it's not safe for people to park here with there's kids walking and stuff like that. So the signs are we had like 30, 40 mile an hour winds last night. And so the signs were over. So I'm out there fixing the damn signs. And the boy just takes off and walks through. I was like, hey, bye, bud. And he just, see you, Dad. I want to be late. I'm like, all right, see you later. It's like they grow up so fast. They grow up so damn fast. And I don't even know where that came from or why I started talking about that, but I did. So yeah, there's this little side story. Now let's get into this article about violence against women. Oh God, what this is what happens on me with a morning show by myself, left unsupervised. There we go. There's Brie. All right, now Sound of Metal and Ready Player One favorite Olivia Cooke is getting the biggest acting gig of her career so far with the upcoming Game of Thrones prequel series, House of the Dragon. Cooke is starring in the series as Alicent Hightower, the daughter of the Hand of the Kind, Otto Hightower, Rhys Ifans, I don't know if I'm saying that properly, I apologize, who is described as being the most comely woman in the Seven Kingdoms. In a recent interview with The Telegraph, Cookie promised fans, that's a spelling error, Zach. Now I'm going to start editing his work because I don't like him. Promised fans that House of the Dragon would not feature the kind of violence against women that became a controversial staple of Game of Thrones early seasons. I wouldn't feel comfortable in being a part of anything that just has egregious graphic violence towards women for no reason whatsoever, just because they want it to be tantalizing in a way that gets viewers, Cooke said. I was lucky enough to read the prequel script before, and it has changed a lot from the first few seasons of Thrones. I don't think they'd be in their right minds to include any of that anymore. Well, does it advance the story? Does it make sense in the context of the story is my issue. It just, God. Hey, good morning, Chris Underwood. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, and Daisy Divine, you're absolutely right. Game of Thrones did have violent women. Like I said, I know Daenerys Targaryen, the Dragon Mother. She was she had the Unsullied army, and granted, they went around and they freed slaves and liberated people, which is fine. Emilia Clarke is still boring as fuck as an actress with literally no charisma or emotion ability to emote whatsoever, in my humble opinion. But yeah, it's just oy vey. Oy vey. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. It's just what and how many men died in that show in just extremely violent ways. That's another thing. It's like, so it's all right. It's all right anytime for a man to die, but heaven forbid that we kill off a woman. And I say that not to disrespect women, but there's a difference between women and women, and womans are the ones out there crying about everything, acting like they don't have, the right to, travel, unimpeded alone by themselves without a man to speak for them. It's just like, my lady, you're quite free to move about the country as you please. Well, I guess that's a bad analogy with everything going on right now. Depending on where you live, that is. If you're in Texas or Florida fucking rock on. You guys are lucky as hell. I'm so happy for you. But no, I pretty much do what I want. I mean, you know, I chose the only time I wear the you know, my burqa is when I'm at the school. And that just depends on whose company I'm in. If I'm in the gym, you know, with the kids doing stuff in there, I never do. I take it off, but like cafeteria, I do. You know, they don't have to, but I will. You know, I take them outside. You know, I don't wear it out there, obviously. But yeah. So let's get back to this article before I just see. This is like, I was just watching a video about how cutaways have hurt Family Guy over the years, and now I'm just cutaway after cutaway. Vassy, this is an excellent comment. Men getting ripped apart by dogs, skull crushed, flayed, gutted, but that doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And Nano Reaper says Amelia Clark is boring even with her clothes off. You know, and she's a lovely woman. I'm sure she's an absolute sweetheart, but just her acting has never done it for me. It doesn't. It just, she's not, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that are fans, and that's great. I don't want to insult her at all. That's not what I'm about here, unless you're Brie Larson. Then you, or Tessa Thompson, you open yourself up for all the criticism that comes your way. But this, no. Amelia Clark, it's much like the Kelly Marie Tran and Daisy Ridley stuff. All beautiful, sweet, smart, intelligent women. Just not a fan of your characters. That's all. So this is such a straw man argument. It really is. Let's read on a little bit here. All right, I'm done with the camera again. There we go. That's much better. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Let's see. Cook had never seen. Game of Thrones came under fire numerous times during its run for depicting graphic violence against female characters. One storyline featuring the great, I have to say that, of Sansa Stark, Sophie Turner, on her wedding night, received widespread backlash from fans against the show's writers and creators. Cook had never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones when she auditioned for House of the Dragon, but she binged the series soon after landing the role of Alicent Hightower, giving the increased fan anticipation around anything Game of Thrones, plus the extreme outrage that greeted the series finale. Cook told The Telegraph she was a bit nervous to join the franchise. I did watch the finale episode because somebody uploaded it to YouTube, so I watched it. And like I said, for me, as not being a fan, I was kind of watching it out of context. So I'm not the best judge of, you know, to say how the show ended. All I have to go off is people who watched the series, have read the books and know it and their opinions. And by and large, most of the people that I follow on here, you know, Gary from Nerdrotic being one of them, you know, just absolutely just, they thought it was trash. Now, one of my best friends actually from high school, you know, we still live by each other. He watched it, you know, he's watched the whole series, and, you know, I consider him to be a normie. You know, he's a normie, and he was like, I didn't see a problem with it. And I'm like, and I kind of asked him, you know, questions based off what I've heard everybody else say, just what he thought about it. And, you know, he's a normie, but I have no, you know, I love the guy to death. Like I said, we've been friends since like 5th grade. But yeah, I just, you know, this whole complaint. Now, like I said, I don't agree with the use of sexual assault as a plot device to develop a female character. And I don't know what the surrounding context was of it happening to Sansa Stark or Sophie Turner's character on her wedding night. Was it her husband that did it? I mean, if somebody could tell me in the chat, like, I guess I don't understand the why. You know, but I'm not knocking it, like I said, because I don't know why it happened or what the context of it was. But to say it's, you know, sparked backlash against. So this is the thing for me. So who can write about things like that then? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so if you do have a character that's going to go through this kind of traumatic experience in your, you know, writing or your television show or movie, who's to say that this is approved? I mean, now, and I recently, I was explaining the Bechdel test to my wife, you know, what the Bechdel test is all about. And I was laughing because we were discussing this on a stream. I don't know if it was Monday night or last, I can't remember, but it was funny because we were talking about an Andy Sedaris movie, and there's actually an Andy Sedaris movie that passes the Bechdel test, and it happened. The scene, it has to be two female characters engaged in meaningful dialogue, and they're not discussing a man, and that happened between two topless blondes in a hot tub in an Andy Sedaris movie. So it's like, that scene kind of passes the Bechdel test. I mean, I'm sure feminists would agree about it because they were beautiful women, but they would probably find something, some problem with it. Let's see. Okay, she was married to a psychopath, basically. And they are naive to think things like that do not happen in arranged marriage. Yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm sure that is not is, but I mean, it still might be. I don't know. Prevalent in countries that still have arranged marriages. I'm not going to single out any countries, because I'll get the 17th letter of the alphabet stamped on my video, like I have a couple times, because I mentioned our new overlords over there. Let's just use the letters C, C, and P. Yeah, there goes the sticker right there. Probably. Hail Yeti Cast. How you doing, sir? Yeti Cast is somebody I got to get back on the show. Definitely. DM me on Twitter, Yeti. Let's set something up for next week. I got a few openings. I'm not in my office right now. I literally have a whiteboard in my office, and Tony knows. I have a whiteboard in my office that I schedule all my videos, all my shows, my reviews, my other appearances on. And yeah, it's like, honestly, like the next 2 weeks were like, it just filled up quick. Friday night, we've got, her name is Katie. She's writing, it's the werewolf manga, Bonds. She was on with, Red Gaze last night. She'll be on this Friday with myself and Tony on Fandom Menace Friday Night Live, which is actually tomorrow because today's Thursday. The weeks just like fly by. But let me get back into this article before I get too sidetracked here. And thank you, Vassy and Daisy Divine and Nano Reaper for opining in the chat. Everybody, man, you guys are the chat's on fire. I got 9 people watching right now. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're listening to this in the future, yeah, hope you're enjoying the content. Like I said, I will probably be releasing another video. I don't know if I'll have one out tonight. I'm on This Week in BS tonight with Justin Proper over on his channel. So yeah, I've got that going on tonight. So there probably won't be a single release video until, I'm going to say, Saturday, because I have to work tomorrow. I have to take my fur baby to the groomer. My dog needs to go. Natalia needs to go to the groomer. So I have to take her and get her spruced up. And yeah, so I'm busy. I am very busy this week. I know I haven't got as many single releases out, but a lot of you guys tune in for the live streams, and that means a lot. I appreciate it, especially my morning show, because it's weird. I did a morning. There used to be a morning show on the channel. It was called About Last Night. And it just never really caught on. I would have a guest occasionally on, and it just it wouldn't take off. It didn't take off. And I was trying to do it. I think I got to the point where I was just like, I didn't have time. And it's like, now this is my Thursday thing. I was like, I have an hour and a half before work after I get the boy to school to come home and sit down and talk to you nice folks. And I appreciate you hanging out. But let's get back into this article. Let's see. Cook had never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. She was okay. I saw too many clips just being alive at the time, so I knew what was going to happen. Cook said about the Thrones finale. What happened with Daenerys, I was okay with it because I was expecting it. But it's hard, I'm a bit nervous about the new one. You're never going to please everyone, so I've just got to not listen to that stuff. HBO has yet to announce a release date for House of the Dragon, but it is widely landed to expected to land sometime near the end of 2021 or 2022. Cook stars in the series opposite of Rhys Ifans, Patty Considine, Emma Darcy, Matt Smith, Sonia Mizuno, Steve Toussaint, Rhys Ifans, and Eve Beth. They listed Rhys Ifans twice. Steve Toussaint, Matt Smith. I'm taking it. That's the Matt Smith, probably from Doctor Who, of Doctor Who fame. So, man, yeah, I don't know. And is it me or is Sophie Turner not? I don't know. I like I said, I didn't watch enough Game of Thrones to judge her character Sansa Stark. But she was not good as Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. I don't have anything against her. I kind of, not gonna lie, she's kind of hot. But like I said, she seems like a sweetheart. I've seen a couple interviews. I just, it is. She's kind of in that same ballpark with Emilia Clarke to me. It's like, I don't know about your merits as an actress. You know what I mean? Feminist victim points, Care Bears. Oh God, yeah. Are they trying to make All Entertainment an episode of Care Bears? I think so. Chris Underwood says I'm in a 3-week streak. This is becoming a staple for my Thursday off. Hell yeah. You guys were talking a little bit earlier about the Habsburgs or India or the Caliphates or any of the dynasties in the Middle Kingdom. Oh, as far as arranged marriages and oh yeah. Yeah, that's prevalent all through the world. Before the major major stages of civilization advancing past that sort of thing. But sometimes it just takes a little bit of a push to get these people to fall in line. I mean, that article is a puff piece. That Zach Sharf is not, like I said, he's just not a great writer. But man, it's just funny the way these people act like this is so like it's so egregious, oh my God, and like I said, you don't have to be graphic with it. It can be done and, kind of like an off-camera way that makes the viewer's mind work. But I know TV shows and television programs and, streaming shows now, they don't really like to make their audiences think too much because let's be honest about the average intelligence, yeah. Anyway, we're going to jump into our second article here. And I told you guys we were going to talk about WandaVision. Here we are, comicbook.com. Stupid ads. Pause this dumb thing. WandaVision season 2. Okay, right there. I just want to stop. WandaVision season 2. Why? Why would... And I'm pretty sure this article is Kevin Feige saying they have no plans for a second season at this time. But I thought this would be a good basis for discussion about cash cows and, not milking them for all they're worth. But that's kind of the Disney and Marvel way. Many Marvel Cinematic Universe fans are eager to find out about what's next for the Scarlet Witch after the first season of WandaVision wrapped on Disney Plus. But while the character's fate will be explored in the upcoming Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, other heroes and villains have a more ambiguous future, especially without a second season of WandaVision in the works from Marvel Studios. Okay, I like that already. While fans continue to clamor for more episodes of the inaugural Marvel series, producer Kevin Feige continues to remain cagey regarding more episodes of the series. Feige recently spoke with Sci-Fi Now regarding the end of WandaVision and what's next for Marvel Studios. While there aren't plans to revisit the series on Disney Plus, Feige isn't saying this is the end of Scarlet Witch and Vision's journey on the streaming service. Daisy, you're absolutely right. Dollar signs. That is, yeah, that's just about right. This is Feige's statement. He says, we are developing all these shows the way we're developing our movies, Feige said. In other words, when we start with a movie, we hope there's a part 2, we hope there's a part 3, but we aren't factoring that into part 1. We're trying to make something that hooks people on enough and that people enjoy enough to want to revisit enough that they want to see the story continue. So that is the way we're proceeding on television as well. This doesn't take into account that some movies, like the Spider-Man franchise, received multiple commitments before cameras even began rolling on the first one, or that shows like Loki are already rumored to receive a second season order. But Feige is still open to more WandaVision. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for a minute. Now, Feige's open to more WandaVision. What? Why? Why? I don't know if I have the I don't know if I have it. I don't know if yeah, here it is right here. This is
Why? 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 Why?
why. You ended it. Uh, I enjoyed the show. Let me say this. I enjoyed the show. Was there things I was dissatisfied with? Yes. Were enough of my expectations and my kind of checklist of things that I wanted to see met to where I could give the show a positive review and not hit my pop filter like an idiot? Yes. Like I said, I would have liked a more larger scale villain than Agatha Harkness. I mean, so the whole, it was Agatha all along, kind of bullshit. Because it wasn't Agatha, it was Wanda all along, and Agatha was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. So, so I, without playing the GIF, I'll just do that from now on. So stop saying that, Grace. I just don't know if this has legs for a second season, unless it's going to be Wanda going after problematic White Vision, and that's how I think I'll refer to him from now on. It's just, I don't know. Vassy says all the TV shows are going to have their own multiverse. That's fine if they want to do that, but I want Daredevil in the MCU, and it's got to be Charlie Cox. It can't be anybody else. And Vincent D'Onofrio has to play Kingpin. He has to. Vassy also says Falcon and Winter Soldier could do the Lethal Weapon shtick for a few seasons if the writing holds up. That's if they don't go too heavy on the identity politics with it, though, Vassy. We're already rumored to get, shots at white supremacy. And, of course, we have to put BLM stuff in it because there's a black character. So, and the writers, and this is the thing that gets me. The writers think that they act like all black people think alike and all, Latin people think alike and all, or, we can't say just Latin because we have to, there's different groups, different Asian people think alike, or people from, the Middle East, or, Slovakians all think alike. They do. They act like all these people think the exact same because they've boiled them down to their basic identity of their racial identity. That's what they boil people down to. And to think that within a given community of people that there is no differentiation of thought, no variance of ideologies within a group of people who just merely look alike is ridiculous, and it's ludicrous to even think that way. So that's what scares me about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to bring this back to the Marvel article, is that I'm kind of afraid that they're going to lean in on this too heavily because of the trajectory of the comics and them, pushing this ideology that, Sam is, somehow oppressed, or I don't know. It just seems ridiculous to me. The Marvel Studios boss added, "I've been at Marvel for too long to say a definite yes or no to anything in regards to your question about another season of WandaVision, but some of the shows that we're about to start filming, we are keeping in mind a structure that would lead into a season 2 and season 3 in a more direct way than, say, a show like WandaVision, which clearly goes into a feature. But it is new. That's part of the fun, exciting, adrenaline-boosting creativity that we're able to do, thanks to Disney Plus, and to really figure out new ways of storytelling. Perhaps someday we'll chart out 5 seasons of a show, but we're really focusing on delivering the best seasons we can at one at a time so far." So yeah, that's a good non-answer from Kevin Feige. It just it happens that way. They give these non-answers, but he answered. He gave her an answer. We're not planning it right now. Which, as I said, I don't think WandaVision needs a second season. I don't see the point in it. I mean, does anybody really see a point in having a second season of WandaVision? I mean, there isn't. There isn't. There's no point. You can finish this story off in the movie, in Doctor Strange 2. Just finish it off in the movie. That's where you do, right there. And I mean, what are they going to do? You have Ta-Nehisi Coates come in and, explain to us how how white vision is problematic, and Wanda's using her white witch privilege to, I just, oh God, it hurts my brain. It really does. There's so many things that these people do that it's obvious virtue signaling, and it's such a lame attempt too. Ta-Nehisi Coates is he's not a good writer. On top of being a racist, he is not a good writer at all. He's identity politics, white man bad kind of thing, and that's all he knows. And it's sad because it cheats the fans of what they're there for, which is to be entertained. If we want to watch, shit like that, we can turn on the news, which is why I don't watch the news anymore. Like I said, I quit watching my local news because they're still trying to fear monger everybody every day. And it's like, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not. It's utterly ridiculous. And no, I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna live in fear. And yeah, I shan't be sticking any needles in my arm. So forget that. But let's move on to article number 3 here. I had an article about the Equalizer and how but it leaned as I read through it, and I didn't read the whole thing because it's from the New Yorker. And if you're familiar with the New Yorker and their style of journalism, the article is like 75 paragraphs long, and I'm like, okay, right now they're just they're just getting off on their own words, their own word count. So I shan't be covering that article. But we're going to talk about this. It's Star Wars. Daisy Ridley says the Mandalorian's Baby Yoda is cheating with his force healing. This is from Digital Spy, and it threw me off. It's like 8/3. I'm like, did I miss a couple months? But it's March 8th, 2021. This is Luis Macreesh. Mandalorian season 3, everything you need to know. Yeah, we don't need to know anything about the Mandalorian season 3 because it doesn't exist to me. Star Wars. Daisy Ridley has accused Baby Yoda of cheating with his force healing. The actress played Rey in the most recent Star Wars film trilogy, who used her Jedi abilities to heal Kylo Ren in Star Wars The Rise of Soywalker, then with him later returning the favor. Another possessor of this unique ability is Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, from the franchise's spin-off Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. And speaking recently, Daisy joked that Grogu was almost cheating by using his cuteness to make those abilities seem more impressive than Rey's. I can't even get mad at her because I'm just looking at her and I'm kind of hypnotized. Yeah. Here's the thing. Baby Yoda is immensely powerful, but also Baby Yoda is almost cheating because he's so sweet that whatever Baby Yoda did, you're like, "Aw," Daisy told the fandom. Whereas I'm a human, so I don't have that. I feel like Baby Yoda has had an easier time being a force healer because it's Baby Yoda being a force healer. We're both good in that space, but he definitely has cuteness on me. The comments followed Daisy Ridley recently responding to rumors she will play Spider-Woman in Sony's Marvel franchise. Daisy will be next seen along way to movie Chaos Walking, which also stars Holland and will hit screens next month. All right, so Chaos Walking has gotten bad reviews, like really bad reviews, and yeah. And then Tom Holland was like, I think honestly, Tom Holland's career is going to be like kind of a shit show outside of Marvel. He was in, he is in, he was in Cherry. He's in Chaos Walking. Isn't he in he's playing Nathan Drake in that, the video game movie. Somebody help me out here because I don't play it, but I know the character. Uncharted, is that it? Uncharted, he's in too. So that's still coming out. But this Chaos Walking movie, they started filming that in like 2017. and they just did reshoots, I think. Yes, Uncharted. That's what it was. Yep. They started doing reshoots for Chaos Walking up to like last year. So this movie's been, three, and both of them basically look exactly the same as they did 3 years ago. So it's not a Justice League thing where Ben Affleck was on vacation and chubby and not jacked anymore when he came in for reshoots for the Human Foreskin Joss Whedon's Justice League. But it was just damn, I don't know. I think to this article with, Ray was just such an unlikable character. That was it. Like, I think if they would have dialed back the power level, but that was Kathleen Kennedy's decision, she leaned on Jar Jar and Rhiann to make Ray more powerful than she actually was. They're like, hey, just do this. Just make Ray the most powerful and the bestest ever. Hey, Chris, we'll see you, brother. You know what I mean? Just make Ray the most powerful ever. Make her the bestest ever, and everybody will be happy. And it's like, wrong. What the hell? Like, what? Why? You could have, like, I was waiting for Finn, to force sensitive, but instead they just made him a walking punchline and, made him do the, just sit around and yell Ray. Yeah. Oh shit. The Ray. That's all he did. The whole trilogy was yell Ray and act like a punchline. It was, Ray's power level should match her bra size, so next to none. You wrong, bruh. You wrong, bruh. I don't want to see her play Spider-Woman though, honestly. I would rather see the one that I did. Like I said, I did a video about this probably the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020. There were rumors about Alicia Vikander, Mrs. Michael Fassbender, and she's the one that played the new Lara Croft in the 2018 Tomb Raider. And I was like, I'm all about that. She's got that little action star physique going on. I'd be down for that. I watched the featurette on her training for the Tomb Raider movie, and I'm just like, this is a damn badass chick right here. I respect the hell out of that. I mean, she had like fucking like little 8-pack abs, a little gun show going on. Yeah, she did. She learned how to like kickbox, and I'm like, I respect that. That's the kind of like strong female lead I like to see. It's like she might be small, but it's like she's built. I mean, it's like you look like an action star. Like that's what we need. Like Ray. I mean, they're like, oh, she's so. Let's say, okay. So, and I don't mean to keep harping on Brie Larson, but they were like, they made such a big deal out of her in Kathy. Oh, she's ripped. I'm like, bitch, no, she's not. Like, okay, so the young lady that used to be my co-host, she's only like, what, 4 years younger than me. MJ. All right. She is in phenomenal shape. She did Brie Larson's workout before she lifted, and she did Brie Larson's workout as a fucking warm-up, basically. She did. She was like, I said, I honestly, I wish she would have like video documented it, but yeah, she was like, yeah, I did her entire fucking workout before I lifted. She goes, it was just a fucking warm up, she's the only thing I couldn't do was push a G because I didn't have one to push. But it was funny though. She was like, yeah, it's, and she wasn't, she had, Brie had 2 stunt doubles. Okay. 2. And, then it was, she lied. Oh, I thought everybody did all their own stunts. I was doing all my own stunts, and she snipped at Chris Hemsworth. And yeah, it's funny. It's funny to see, you don't see anybody, touting Alicia Vikander, but, Brie Larson is like a darling because she, she virtue signals. So and they're probably going to turn her character into one of the lesbians, which, like I said, I don't care if you're a lesbian. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care. But I don't want to see characters that's the basis and the crux of their entire character is just their sexual orientation, because that's what does that do for the story? It does nothing. It literally does nothing for the story. It doesn't advance anything. So why I just, you can make that part of the character, but just don't don't God, don't make that the entire thing. Don't make the entire character about that. Oh, here we go. And I think this will be a fun one right here to cover. I just found another one. And we're talking about Marvel. So, like I said, this will be fun. We've got, let me get back here and we'll go over to Bounding into Comics, and we will talk about Melissa McCarthy. Yeah. Drink that in. Thor Love and Thunder actress Melissa McCarthy reveals she thinks America has a culture of hate and homophobia. And this is the only reason I bring this up is not to be political, but adult pretenders giving us their opinions on things that are well beyond their realm of expertise. I'm not out giving lectures on quantum physics or, the intricacies of, heart catheterization or anything like that. No, I'm talking about entertainment. I'm talking about pop culture. I'm talking about movies and TV shows. That's fine. I can do that competently, somewhat. And, this is just funny. So we'll go through this Bounding into Comics article and see what it says. This is John F. Trent. He wrote this yesterday. Thor Love and Thunder actress Melissa McCarthy, who will play an actor playing Hela, recently made some pointed comments about the United States of America. McCarthy spoke with In Style while she's been in Australia filming 9 Perfect Strangers and Thor Love and Thunder. Set photos by Twitter user Cream or Scream show McCarthy alongside Matt Damon, Luke Hemsworth, and director Taco Tuesday on the set of Thor Love and Thunder. She looks like she ate Hela. I mean, who played Hela? Was it Cate Blanchett? I think that's the only time I can honestly say I found Cate Blanchett attractive. Not that that's relevant in any way, but I just thought she looked hot as Hela. I did. In Styles, Laura Brown asked McCarthy, what has it been like observing what's happening in the U.S. from afar? They're acting like she's not American. The actress responded, it's been going from complete isolation, fear of being sick, to fear of your own country turning on itself. She then added, I know the coof is the virus, but the real virus is violence and hatred. Yeah, and let's be honest, we all know who's committing acts of violence and hatred, but, that's neither here nor there nor anywhere. If anything's going to extinguish us as a species, it's that. McCarthy then switched to talking about masks, saying, if somebody said all you have to do is wear this head wrap and you can cure cancer, people would be like, oh my God, that's amazing. We would do anything for that. And we're saying there's up to an 80% chance for this disease to decrease if you just wear this little 3x5. Yeah, okay, whatever. Somehow that became an infringement on someone's rights. From there, she discussed how she views America as racist and homophobic. McCarthy stated, I think the scariest thing about all of this, more so than even the coof, is that I truly don't think people hated each other so much or even hated the idea of people who they don't even know. She continued, I always wonder, do racists know anyone of a different color? People who are homophobic, do you know anyone gay or bi or trans? Do you know these people, or is it the great unknown? And there she goes, conjecturing on part of something that she has no idea about. Did Melissa McCarthy go out and conduct independent research and studies to justify her statements? Did she? I doubt it. I doubt it. She was on Twitter and she was like, this looks good. I'll do this. I can't imitate Melissa McCarthy. I can't flap my jowls. I think the next 10 years of our lives have to be spent figuring out why people are so angry and also checking on mental illness. I mean, because I'm not saying this, but this whole 17th letter of the alphabet thing, that pizzas are eating babies. And then they're going to Mars and coming back. I might as well be that. McCarthy. It might as well be that. Yeah. She's an idiot. This woman is a complete delusional idiot. The Thor Love and Thunder actress would then quip, I want to get mad, but and I do get incredulous about how insane it is, but who's going to help people? If you've lost any sense of reality, we can't get mad. People are just wrong. They need help. When discussing the inauguration of President Pop, Brown stated, it's a trauma for everyone on different levels. I think people are necessarily dancing in the streets on Inauguration Day. Slim Shady then responded, it's very polarizing, but I mean, I'm on the left for sure, though I'm not an extremist. And I think just saying, like, can't we all just be kind to each other? That gets a fuck you, lady. I don't know what to do. McCarthy's comments don't come out of left field. Back in September, she posted an image of a mailbox to Instagram account that read, this machine kills fascists. She captioned the photo, vote like your life depends on it, because it does. Wow. McCarthy also campaigned for Dumb and Dumber. I mean, those two. And in October, she posted a picture of herself wearing a tent. And that's about it for this article. So, I mean, this country being, is she, yeah. And of course she downplays human trafficking too, because that's what that certain movement was about, kids and human trafficking. But yeah. Oh, she does hate the Second Amendment. Absolutely. Yeah. She is an extremist, but you know how they are. They won't accept things like that. They try to play, Melissa McCarthy tries to sit on the fence, but the fence fucking collapsed under the sheer weight of her bullshit. I'm not insulting her physically. Just saying her bullshit weighs more than she does. And it far outweighed anything else there. And that's why, yeah, she can't fence it. She's an extremist. Hail, Keely Chow. Look who is here, ladies and gentlemen. The fandom menace, Ultron. Keely Chow is everywhere. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Keely, hey, see Clown Worldview. Tony, look what he said. He came in, he said, hey, good morning. What's going on? If Keely Chow said, hey, what's going on? What are we talking about? I would be like, Tony, it's an imposter, Keely Chow. Get the band hammer out. We have been just plagued with trolls, and it's not even like they're clever. They just come in, they say, hey, what's going on? What are we talking about? And then they just start throwing out racial epithets. So we've been diligent about banning these kind of people, just because it's like they're like I said, if they were creative about anything, we might bat them around a little bit more, but they're not even creative, so it's kind of funny. Let me go over here somewhere else. Let's see if I can find anything fun from one of my favorite websites. Oh man, there was an article. I think I can't remember if we got to cover it last night. But I was looking at the Mary Sue, and they have a article. HBO Max launches Latinx initiative named HBO Max Payante, I believe it's pronounced Payante. So it's a slang for go ahead or forward. So yeah, I love how they like to use that word that actual Latinos and Latinas don't like. It's like I always say, they're like, what the fuck is Latinx? Like I had to ask Paulie. I was like, Paulie's going to be our Latino correspondent on this topic, because I want to know from somebody who is Latino what you think of this. And he was like, yeah, no. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's like what the language is, both masculine and feminine, depending, on who you're addressing. So I don't know. It's funny to me. The things that white people get offended by. And that's it too. This is mostly, it's mostly white people. And they're like, down with the, yeah. Yes, Nana Reaper. Latinx only exists in the head of Tumblerinas. Yes. Oh God. Yeah, it is. It's Oh God. Why? Just does any nobody cares. It's just what white people. I just want to ask. Just
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
and that's not from a place of white guilt for me either. That's coming from a place of the people that are, trying to tell me like, okay, so again, I don't want to talk politics, but this goes along with entertainment too, because this is the same thing that we're being, fed in entertainment. There was now, like I said, this town is north of me. It's very, very, very non-diverse. It's very white. So they had a meeting at the school because parents were upset because the school was teaching the kids, and the article didn't say what grade level it was. I'm assuming it's high school or like middle school, about white guilt and why they should feel guilty and how to fit. It's like, holy shit. Holy shit. And then like the comment section, and if you were like, yeah, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. We shouldn't be teaching kids about white guilt and telling them they should feel guilty, And if you said that in the comment section, other white people would come along and tell you you were racist. There wasn't one. I scrolled through 130 comments looking for one person of a black person, a Latino, to step up and say something, and not one. It was all white people. I was like, oh my Lord. I'm like, do we see an issue here? That's all I wanted to say about that. And Justin Proper is in the chat. Good morning, ETEP. Are you excited for tonight? Yeah, I was going to tell you I can't make it. No, I'm just kidding, brother. Yes, of course I am. Of course I'm excited about tonight. It'll be fun, brother. It'll be fun. I had a great time last time I was on the channel. So yeah, I'm excited to come back, man. Yes, definitely. Vassy says, what? Oh, let's see. Yeti Cast. This is only going to cause racism and segregation. It'll turn out horrifying. Absolutely. And that's why it's so important that we welcome Orville Nation. Say, good morning, PJ. He says, good morning, ETEP. Thank you, man. Good morning. Slap that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Like I said, YouTube I'm not a big channel, man. I'm at 500 and I was at 573. I'm at 569 now. YouTube decided to pluck a couple off because let's be honest, you guys aren't unsubscribing to me. I'm too much fun. I'm too much fun, man, to unsubscribe from. I rant and rave a little bit, but the main goal is to entertain. And if I do that, then I've accomplished my goal for the day. And yeah, I do enjoy doing this. Justin Proper said, where did you hear this from, by the way, the last story? It was on a local television affiliate, Fox or CBS affiliate from I'm in Michigan. So it was a local CBS affiliate. And they were talking about that, teaching about white guilt in, school in this town north of me, which is very, like I said, it's a very non-ethnically diverse area up there. So it's just, it was just, yeah, it was kind of a joke. I had to touch on it. Orville Nation, you kicking ass, but man, hey, here I can go on camera. Thank you all, man. I do appreciate everybody, man. And subscribe to Orville and Justin Proper and Yeti Cast. Yeti Cast channel is growing too. Like I said, Yeti Cast, something I got to get back on. I dig this guy, great YouTuber. Man, yeah, we got a great community. You got to subscribe to my man Tony Tone Deaf. The link to his channel is in the description to the video. Go down and subscribe to the Clown World Review. He has, trust me, there is so many projects he's working on behind the scenes. I'll be a part of some of that stuff, which I'm absolutely proud and happy to be. I can't be trusted on live streams after I blurted out a few racial slurs at Norm Macdonald. But seriously, this community is a great thing, and I love to see channels growing organically. I love networking with other creators who are are good people, man, and do this for the right reasons. And that's the thing, man. We got to, that game Among Us is bad. I've never played it. My kid watches people play it online on YouTube, and I'm like, there's always imposters, man, in every community. And I always take this back. There's two things that the fandom menace needs to be very wary of in our operations, and it is a hashtag. And to say I don't really like it just being called a hashtag, because it's a movement. There is not a hierarchy per se. I mean, there's a perceived hierarchy. There's levels of respect we have for certain channels. I mean, we all know who the original Phantom Menace channel was. And I'm not saying this to kiss their ass. I'm saying this because I'm friends with them. That's world-class bullshitters, man. They're good peeps over there. Jeff is kicking ass on his campaign. The variant cover for Stealing Solo, the re-release of the book. I had no problem with the first book. You know what? It was his first run. Things happen. He rectified it. I back independent creators, man. Like we had, Oz on promoting his book. We have Vinny Tartamella's on. I back Shadow of the Kraken because I believe in it, and I believe in the man behind the product, because he's fulfilled so many campaigns in such a short amount of time during a pandemic. It's like, why wouldn't you support somebody like that? You got Phoenix Animation we've had on. We've got Katie on Friday night with her book Bonds, a werewolf manga. So we're all about supporting independent creators here, and that's the thing. Justin Proper, do you change rooms a lot? Background scene? Yes. During the day when I do my videos, before I go to work, I am in my living room, and this is not a green screen. These are actual physical movies behind me. Yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of a cool backdrop for shooting the videos in. But yeah, my office is where all the toys are. And somebody said, all right, what do you need? Kids' room? I was like, oh, motherfucker, these are my toys. I'm in my office. I don't have my green screen set up right now because I'm moving things around in the office. So, and StreamYard has been kind of messing up with my green screen. It'll work for like an hour and then it'll just cut off, and I just have to go off camera, or else I'll just be in front of a green screen, which is, I just took it down for a while. Plus I had to clean the office, and that thing is so obtrusive. Thank you, PJ. Like I said, man, I was very sad because Family Video closed. They closed nationwide, and there was one. My son and I, since we moved back here, there was one a block from our house. So we would walk up there in the summertime, and we'd be outside playing. For the evening, we rent a movie, and it was just a nice little walk. It's like a couple blocks, and you walk up to the video store and get a movie. So you can see there's the blue cases back here. I bought over here. It's opposite. I'm an idiot, but yeah, I bought a bunch of their movies, and I was going in. I'm like, yeah, I got the shelves. I was like, they're giving the shelves away. I'm like, well, I was like, they're in my living room. Yeah, it's kind of bougie for now, but when I move, these are going to be in my basement, which is going to be my weight room, because I am lazy. And I haven't been working out at all. I have a weight room like literally 10 feet outside my door. And so why I'm kind of embarrassed to be on camera in a t-shirt right now, because I'm skinny as fuck. I'm not, like I said, I'm an ex-professional wrestler. I'm used to being like in shape all the time. And since I retired, I kind of got lazy. And YouTube takes up a lot of my time. I mean, a lot, like an inordinate amount of my time. Replace Charlie with Will. Okay. So this is not, this is one of my wife's movies. She's a Johnny Depp fan, more so. And behind that, there's Edward Scissorhands and one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and another Pirates of the... And I don't even think I've seen these. Like, which one is this? This is Dead Man's Chest. I've seen this one because that's got the squid face guy in it. And this one right here with Jeffrey Rush, Curse of the Black Pearl. Yeah, I've seen that one too. I will blame it on the wife. She's not in here. She's not in the room. It's better than being a big dude not working out. Yeah, dude, I'd rather be a little bit skinnier, because I've been like on Weight Watchers, because I got a little chubby. I was like, like my fighting weight was like 245. And like I didn't need to weigh that much now because it was like all right here. I'll blame it on the pandemic, but was it really though? No, it was just it was a lot of eating. So I dropped about, I don't know, 20 pounds. And I'm almost down to my high school weight, which was like my senior year, which is about 205. And I start doing some cardio and working out again, lifting. Like I said, it's not going to be like lifting heavy anymore. It's just going to be, maintenance at this point. Cause I just want to be in shape. Cause I got a 5-year-old. So I gotta be in shape for the little guy. Cause he's a fucking active little monster. So, we go outside and we play soccer in the summer. That's another thing. The videos might slow down in the summer. There'll always be the live streams though at night. I'll always have my live streams at night. Nightmare on Elm Street is the best film with Johnny Depp. Dude, Nightmare on Elm Street rocks. I was just talking about that franchise. And that's another one I'm going to do because I still have one of the Friday the 13th movies because I have the fucking whole box set. Like I got a couple individual ones, but I got the whole box set of the DVDs. I got to do part 8. I have to review part 8 yet. I refuse to do Jason Goes to Hell. F that movie. I hate it. I hate that movie. Jason X is funny, but it's a piece of crap. I'm not going to review it. I'm not going to review Freddy vs. Jason. While I liked it, I'm just like, meh. It's not worth my time. It's not. The 2009 one, don't even get me started on that because Jason is not Leatherface. Jason does not know how to run electric wire and have a system of floodlights and trip wires in his underground lair. Like Jesus. Part 8, Jason takes a boat ride. You know what? I will take that over any of the 4 movies I just mentioned, even though it takes like half the movie to get to Manhattan. They had a lot more planned out. I love horror movies. I don't get to talk about. Where's it at? I'm putting you in timeout for that one. Oh, I hate that movie. I hate it. Jason is a damn zombie. He doesn't know how to run electrical wires. He doesn't know how to. I know they spent 15 minutes in Manhattan. That was all budget. They had like so much more stuff planned out for New York. They did. And it fell by the wayside because of budget reasons. No, it's not a great movie, but I think I'd still take that one. Part 7 was painful. Like I'd forgotten how bad part 7 was. Part 6 is my favorite. Jason Lives, where he gets that with Tom Matthews. Jason is a fucking zombie. We're gonna fucking argue about this tonight. I swear to God, I'm just gonna bring it up out of nowhere now. I'm gonna be like a scorned housewife. It'll be like 2 years later. I'll be like, Jason's a fucking zombie. And you burn the pot roast. He's a person. Final Chapter was the best. The way he moved. Final Chapter. That one is part 4? Wait, Final Chapter. Is that 4 or 5? I think that's 5. Isn't it? 4? Yes, it's 4. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the Corey Feldman was a kid one. He's not a fucking person. He's not a person. He's a goddamn zombie. He drowned and he came back from the dead. That's it. And sometimes he's in 3D. That's all. And honestly, like the best soundtrack to Friday the 13th goes to part 3, man. That disco. That disco. Hang on. I'm not that. Yeah, it's fucking great. It is. You got the disco Friday the 13th soundtrack. I mean, I don't even give a shit about copyright claims. It's freaking amazing. Let's see. Theme song. Here we go, right here. No, not a remix. Here we go, right here. I mean, like who doesn't like that? You got that little disco in the background. There's a copyright claim. I don't even give a shit. I'm going to get one for the Rascals on my main entrance anyway for It's a Beautiful Morning. The other movies do not count. You don't count. You don't count, man. I love you, dude. I'm just fucking with you. I love arguing about horror. See, this is the stuff I like arguing about. Not like, is Jason a bigot sexist for killing women at a disproportionate rate? No. We argue about whether he's a zombie or not. And he's a fucking zombie, Justin. No, that's like, I took issue with the remake to Nightmare on Elm Street. With the creative direction they took in emphasizing the nature of what Freddy Krueger did in his crimes. You know, the original one, they are like, he's a child murderer. That was basically the I know I was Justin being facetious, man, being facetious for purposes of drama. No, but you better not to rub your hands together when you walk away. I just watched an episode of South Park the other day. Totally lost my train of thought now. 2009 or 10, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, they leaned more into the hey, look, he was a we know the word that I'm trying to say. Yeah, the remake was an abomination. Yeti cast. It was fucking terrible. You can't have Freddy Krueger without Robert Englund. It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work at all. I mean, let's go over to Google here. Let's see. What is it? Yeah, why I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. They're like, hey, guess what? We're going to do this, and it's 2010. We're gonna remake this, and what the hell is the guy's name? Jackie Earl Haley. Wasn't he in Watchmen? Wasn't he Rorschach? I haven't seen fucking Watchmen in so long, but I want to. Is it? Am I wrong? Yeah, he was in Watchmen. Yep. Okay. I need to see that again. I need to see that again. Absolutely. I didn't appreciate it when it came out. I really didn't. I don't know. I just didn't. You know, I mean, I didn't dislike it or anything. But I just didn't appreciate the entire narrative of it. See you later, Daisy. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Be sure you slap that like button on the way out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the picture of his Jackie Earl Haley or whatever his name is, his rendition of me turning my phone on, and so I can monitor the chat better when I'm doing a screen share and forgetting to mute the audio. But yeah, that's me. That's me. Let's see here. Let's go back. Yeah, I don't. Oh God, just why? It doesn't make any sense why they chose to make him look. He looks so fucking. It just looks stupid. The character design looks stupid to me. That's more. That's my biggest problem with it. It was terrible. Here we go, right here. I mean, this is just, it's bad. Like it's bad. It doesn't even look like Freddy at all. Like this is Freddy Krueger. You know, it's like, Mom, can we have Freddy? You've got Freddy at home. There's Freddy at home. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, Freddy? You know, that's Freddy. Not Freddy. I just, why? Why would you bastardize like the greatness that is Robert Englund? Like, I mean, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street did take place in Ohio. What's everybody's favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie though? What is your favorite one? What is your favorite installment of that franchise? Let me know in the chat right now. We've only got about 9 minutes left on the stream because I have to get ready for work. They did make it boring, Yeti Cast. You're absolutely right. They did definitely make it boring. Though the voice, absolutely. The voice was fucking just garbage. The original shouldn't count. I mine honestly, and I have to go with part 3, the Dream Warriors, simply because Dream Warriors. Yeah, see, same here. I like the Dream Warriors, because it had that fantasy element to it. It was fun. It was still scary. You know, it conveyed what it needed to convey, you know, and like I said, it was a fun horror movie. Man, the way the characters, the kids, how they change, you know, the one was like, you know, he was into like the kind of the Dungeons and Dragons, you know, the one girl had the mohawk. It was more gay than Top Gun. Which one? The second one was like, the one where Freddy wakes up and gets capped by a concealed carry and dies in the first 5 minutes. No, man, that which was it part 2 that was like the like ultra like gay one? I think it was part 2. Yeah, that was, and like, I got to preface it. I feel like so somebody doesn't not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, because the female character was the main protagonist, and the male was like very effeminate. But yeah, that one, the second one was very, it was very gay. It was very gay. But yeah, part 3 is it was more gay than Top Gun. I just screenshot that. No, the Freddy was lame. I've always been more of a Friday the 13th fan. Because Jason is just a zombie, unstoppable killing machine. But Freddy, he's got that cerebral approach, more so than Jason does. Jason and Michael Myers were always kind of like one of the same. Part 2 involved the school bus. Yep, the coach making the kids do laps in the middle of the night. Jesse saying there's something inside me, Grady, and Freddy bursts out of his stomach. Yes, that was. I remember that now. Yeah, because the one guy got blamed for the other one's death after the hand popped out of his stomach. By the way, Jason won, Freddy lost. Yeah, he did. Because he decapitated him. Freddy is the Brie Larson of killers. Oof. Oh, somebody should. I was set on fire. Boo hoo. Oh God, Tony, somewhere Brie is like.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Oh, Jason's been set on fire, burned. Freddy can't play baseball or go-karts either. You remember the one he had the power glove? He had the fucking Nintendo power glove. Oh shit. What was that? I think that was part 5. Because what was part 5 was the Dream Child. Oh God. I haven't watched any of the Nightmare on Elm Streets in forever. It has been. Because like Freddy is so dumb he can't even kill anymore. And Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, that's it. They don't play those like, Friday the 13th and Halloween, those get airtime. I don't see Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street on as much. That's one I'd like to get the the mainline set of movies, but yeah, Freddy's Dead is apparently the best. I'm trying to think. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I saw that in the theater. I think that came out like 94. Man, I love that one. That one was cool. I dug that. That didn't. Let's see what year did that come out. I'm looking here. Wes Craven's New Nightmare came out in 1994. Yep. Yeah, I was 14 years old. I remember going to see that in the theater, and damn, that was good. It was a kick-ass movie. They did really good. The effects in that were good for the time. Let's see, Freddy's the Wicked Witch of the West. That's where he jumped the shark. Oh yeah, absolutely. But Freddy was always more comedy. I mean, the first couple movies were dark. The first 2, even the third one to a certain extent. But after that, it was like a theater of the absurd. So wasn't bad. I still, like I said, I just take them at face value and just enjoyed them. Nothing I was like ultra offended by it being a bad movie, because it was, they were kind of schlocky, let's be honest. Still a fun franchise. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it was kind of schlock, schlock horror. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all. Hey, the dislike disappeared. What the hell? I had one dislike. I was kind of happy. I'm like, all right, somebody, and it'd been there. Like somebody already disliked the stream from tomorrow night. I have a feeling it's Mad Mardigan, which is fine. And and he's already told me his reasoning, which is, I love it. But yeah, man, it's been an hour and a half. You guys have been absolutely great this morning. I'll thank the chat. Clown World Review. He says, let's go. Here's your last comment. Yeah, Jason should have dominated Freddy in the same way Superman would have dominated Batman. Hi, I'm new to the internet. Go subscribe to the Clown World Review. If you don't, I'll cut you. Justin Proper, thank you, man, for being here. Vassy, Nano Reaper, Yeti Cast, Daisy Divine, Let's see who else is up. Keely Chow, like I said, the Fandom Menace Ultron. Orville Nation was here. Yeah, man, it's always nice to see that name pop up in the chat. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you for spending the last hour and a half with me, listening to my nonsense. Oh yeah, one more reminder before we go. I spoke to her recently. She's coming back on, and if you didn't catch episode 119, I know we're up to this coming Monday. It'll be episode 143. Great friend of mine, great friend of the programs, will be coming back on. Miss Jennifer.
Ride. Holding her in the air and the big suplex. Beautiful advance there. Oh, switches over. Oh, nice. A wrestler standing 5'1" tall.
Yeah, that's my girl. She'll be coming back on soon to have another conversation with myself and the crew. Yeah, she is. She's awesome. She's fun, and yeah, she will be back on soon. So stay tuned for that announcement on the exact date. She'll be on Going in Raw. I might actually have her on Fandom Menace Friday night, but with the way her wrestling promotion and her wrestling sessions and everything go, Monday night might be more apt because she travels a lot on the weekends. So guys, gals in the chat, thank you all. Vassy, Justin Proper. Who is she? Bring her on right now. Well, she's 3 hours behind. No, she's a former WWE developmental talent, independent wrestler. She does private session wrestling, former bodybuilder, and she is running a wrestling promotion called Women on Fire out of Las Vegas. And she has actually invited me to be part of the in-ring talent, which I had to decline. She was supposed to come out here for my birthday and beat the shit out of me, but I'm actually going to have a medical procedure done, which is I'm not going to be able to do it now, unfortunately. So we'll back that up, but it'll probably happen eventually. But yeah, man, Jennifer's a great friend of the program and in the channel, and she'll be back on soon. It's like I said, we recently spoke through DM, so yeah, she'll be coming back on, and we'll be having Mr. Hicks, Jeff Hicks will be coming back on soon. So we got, the great friend of the show. Like I said, man, just a good dude. Go back Stealing Solo on Indiegogo. Also, Shadow of the Kraken on Indiegogo by my man Vinny Tartamella. Phoenix Animations book, Reclaiming Zendara. You've got a lot of independent creators, a lot of great options for great pieces of entertainment that aren't woke, that are real entertainment, that do have a story, and that we can enjoy, that don't shit on our modern mythologies, as author Stephen Walton says. So yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in this morning. And I'm trying to think who else. Let's see. Wait, next Monday night, I don't have my whiteboard. I know Lorena Creole's on next Wednesday night with Tony and I on Going Rogue. I'm going to try Yeti Cast. If you didn't DM me yet, I'm gonna DM you about getting you on Monday, because I have somebody else I want to bring on Monday night with you. So yeah, I'll DM you if you haven't already. So that's it, guys. I'm Utep Okuyan from the Place to Be Reviews. I'm going to be late for work because I've been here with all of you. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. But I will see you because I'll be on Justin Proper's This Week in BS tonight at 7:30 Eastern. I'm out.
Boom!